In our last update, which was up there on Friday, we did warn you about a very big drop to potentially come if we lost our support level just above $119,000. And as you can see, I was interested in opening a short position on that resistance to hedge my long position that I had opened right on the bottom of my support area. Because once again, as you can see, if we lost this low, I did expect a very big drop to come exactly as outlined right there. Now, if we go over to the Discord and recap what happened on Friday, unfortunately, I was waiting for that resistance above to hedge my long position, but then this 30-minute imbalance did end up turning into an imbalance, but also offered a very big rejection. So when I saw this, I did decide to fully close my long position in very nice profit still. So even though I was not able to catch my short position, still made very nice profits on my long position because I didn't like price action. And after that, I did decide to sit flat until Monday, which ended up being a very good decision because right after I closed my long, literally up there, we got a non-stop drop to the downside towards $100,000. And then on Sunday, in our live stream, I had one main scenario, which was this one. Ideally, I want to see a lower high be put in to drop towards $107,500, potentially see a reversal to the upside towards our resistance, and then we could see if we got a rejection to the downside and fail that wick to get the break of $100,000. And today, if we go over to the charts, now the first part of this prediction didn't play out exactly as predicted because we did end up breaking these highs before going lower, but today it does seem like we could be making our way down towards $107,500. And if anyone is interested, yesterday to me, I didn't take any trade because pretty much yesterday and today were very important days in my opinion. So with that said, on this massive drop, unfortunately I missed my short, which would have been a massive win, but still made good profits on my long position. And as just mentioned, we did warn you about a very big drop to come. So with that said, back to the charts, what can you expect next? Well, the first thing that I want to say is that the fact that we took out these highs before dropping is just a bit bearish in my opinion. One of the reasons that I wanted to see a lower high be put in before getting the potential drop towards $107,500 is that if we got that drop, then we could look for that liquidity to the upside to get taken out. Problem that we have now is that if we got that drop, we simply don't have that liquidity to look out for next. But with that said, that's not a massive problem, it's just something I want you to keep in mind. Now, if we look at this downtrend and look at the 30 minutes chart, what you will see is that we have 4 30-minute imbalances, but the two bottom ones were recovered, so that's not too bearish. However, if we go over to Binance and go on the 1 hour chart, we have a 4 hourly imbalance on this drop. So locally, I would already say that this drop is extremely overextended and we could be looking for at least a small reversal to the upside. But of course, you cannot blindly open long or short positions. We have to outline levels. On the 4 hour, we have a 4 hour imbalance. And then on the 1 hour, we have a 1 hour imbalance and an order block. So what I would do right now is simply take this area, which is intraday support in my opinion. And as you can see, it is offering a reaction right now. So what I would be looking for locally is that even though on the medium time frame, I would still like price to drop towards $107,500, as this drop is extremely overextended right now and we have a lot of imbalances, I could definitely see a scenario where we either bounce from here and then come back down, or we could still take out the lows one more time and then see a reversal to the upside. For myself, I would love to see another low to get a 30-minute imbalance on Bybit. Even though we have one right here, if I zoom in, maybe you don't see it very well. We just had an imbalance right now. For myself to open a day trade long position, I would like for price to maybe take out that low, get a 30-minute imbalance, and if I see a reaction, then I will be interested in opening a long position. And then from there, we have two scenarios in my opinion. Either on this bounce, Bitcoin shows strength and we continue up towards our resistance, which will be just above $116,000. And from there, we can see if we get a rejection or not. If we get this move, of course, I will film a new update. Or this just offers a small bounce and then we do continue lower to hit once again the midpoint of the high time frame wicks around $107,500. Okay, so continue lower, hit this, and then we can see if we get a bounce to the upside. However, if we lose this area, I will look at this as an area and not a level because the midpoint of the wick is not a super accurate level. But if we lose this area, then I would expect the fill of that wick. So with that said, honestly, that was mainly it for this update. An extremely simple one today. Let me do a very simple recap. Right now, we have one support level that Bitcoin is testing. My opinion, we have two scenarios right here. Either Bitcoin bounces and shows strength and then continues higher towards our resistance, just above $116,000, or if we get a bounce, but then it doesn't hold up and we come back below the lows, then I will look for the midpoint of the wick at $107,500 to get hit. And from there, we can see if we get a reversal to the upside, or on the other hand, if we lose that level, then I would expect the complete fill of the wick and a break of $100,000. Of course, if we get a big bounce and a sign of strength, then I will film a new update. On the other hand, if we get a small bounce and then break down, or just simply break down from here, then I will film a new update to see, do we have a long position down there? Or of course, will we lose that level and see the break of $100,000? So as usual, if you guys enjoyed this update, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.